Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to hashtag Grow Her Game. Today, we have with us UAAP seniors from the 5 different universities. Before that, we would like to remember our player, Bea Luna. We continue to pray for the repose of the soul of Bea Luna on her 9th day with a moment of silence. To Bea's family and friends, we are with you in this as you mourn the loss of Bea, and we continue to pray for her. With that, I would like to honor her by continuing with our endeavor here with Grow Her Game. And today, Natasha Alcaraz will not be joining me to co-moderate, but instead it will be my colleague from the PFF today, Claudia Perrine. Welcome, Claudia.
Hello. Hello, Belay.
Take it away.
All right. So thank you again, viewers, for this. It was a sad about Bea, and thank you for giving her the honor of praying for her family, and we'll keep doing that for the family of Bea. Now, why don't we introduce 5 lovely players, lovely women in this podcast for today. So currently today we have Nicole Bugayong, 23-year-old studying at the Ateneo de Manila University. She has a degree in information design, currently taking up her master's in communication. She plays defense in the Ateneo women's football team and is also the team captain. Next is Ikeesha Aquino, 22-year-old, taking up sports science at the University of the Philippines in Dinaman. She's a midfielder, co-captain for the team, and also a youth coach and coordinator at Aspire Academy. Next is Mary Joy Indac, 23-year-old from the University of Santo Tomas. She's currently finishing a degree in sports and wellness management. She is from Davao. She plays forward and is part of the senior women's national training pool in 2018. Next is Kimberly Pariña, the youngest in this group. She's 21 years old from Far Eastern University. She has a major degree in physical education. She plays as goalkeeper. In fact, she was awarded as best goalkeeper in the PFF, or the Philippine Football Federation Women's League. Last but not the least, we have married Cristine Duran, 23-year-old from De La Salle University, finishing a double major in sports management and psychology. She's a defender and also a co-team captain for the women's team. Now, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, so of course we want to let the viewers know what you actually do, and basically how you got into football. What fueled your passion to play the game, right? So why don't we start with Nicole? Nicole, you have a lot of achievements. You were MVP for the Cavite Cup in 2016, team captain of Ateneo. You were champions in the Pinas Cup. So tell us your story. What is it? Who is Nicole?
Whoa, what a question. Well, Nicole, when it comes to football specifically, I started my journey when I was 7 years old. I was born in the US and raised in Seattle. So that's where I started after my friend at the time, my best friend, wanted to start a football team. So from 7 years old to around 12 years old, I played in the US where, women's football, like all the rage is there. We have the US women's national team, like taking the face of women's sport. But then in 6th grade, my family relocated here to the Philippines. And that's when it sort of changed for me. I spent my childhood like building up my skills in football. And then once I moved here, I was kind of disconnected from the football community, specifically because I couldn't find my way to enter into the Filipino football community at the time. So I took a break from football and ultimately only reunited with it in my second year of college after, they put soccer as one of the options for PE in Ateneo. So I ended up taking that course, which was a futsal course. And after coming back into that game, I found my new love for football being expressed through now futsal, which was easy enough to do in Ateneo because, they have their own futsal club. So I have a lot of memories with them. They really built that passion back up for me, playing football and whatnot. And it was through that I was able to grow and become more skillful to the point that my futsal coach at the time offered me, hey, why don't you try out for the Ateneo women's football team? And I was a junior at the time in college, and that totally blew my mind just because, I had come to peace with my idea of not playing football again.
Right.
So I took my time, getting comfortable again with trying to compete with what I knew would be the country's best in the collegiate league. But then senior year came along, and I'm sure a lot of people who have had their senior year can agree that it's really the year where you just say, you know what, everything that I want to try or that I've been scared to try, to try it. So I took a chance on finally trying out for the women's football team, and yeah, the rest is basically history. I made my debut with the CFF Women's League in 2018. Yeah, I still got to play against, play with one of the Ateneo Women's Football League idol, Cameron. Shout out. And, just build onto that. And now I'm a second year master's student in Ateneo and the season 82 women's football captain for Ateneo.
There you go. Thank you so much for telling us your story, Nicole. Now, why don't we go to your neighbor, the UP? Ike, ikaw naman, anong journey mo?
Hi. Yeah, I started when I was in prep because I went to school in Hedson. So that's where I got introduced to football. But other than that, my titos and titas that I lived with actually already played for Hedson. So that was part of it. And after prep, I had to move school. So I stopped football for a while until around grade 5 when they started a soccer club in Assumption. So that's when I started playing again. But it wasn't that competitive. It's just a club. So they opened the varsity teams. I think I was in grade 7. That's when I started competing. I was playing until in my 4th year. And I wasn't really planning to play college, but my high school coach, Coach Saul, wanted me to try out for UP because he came from UP too. So I said, okay, maybe I could give it a try. And from there on, I kept playing, and then until now that I'm coaching little kids, I think I have a lot to give back to my coaches from high school until college, to Coach Anto Gonzalez, who's been inspiring a lot, not just his players, but also a lot of people outside the team. So there,
shout out to Coach Anto naman in your side. Okay. So now from Katipunan, we go to Espanya. Ayan. So si MJ naman, galing Davao.
Yes.
Pumuntang Manila. Ikaw naman, anong istorya mo, MJ?
So I started football when I was second year high school. It was for fun invitation lang then from my classmates. So and then I tried, and then sabi ko I don't play any sport at that time before I joined the training. So sabi ko, oh, masaya pala maglaro ng sport, masaya pala to. So I attended the next training sessions, and it was a quick progress for me kasi I got to play in a different teams after that, and then I got selected for the national tournaments. And then that was during my entire high school. And 2 years after high school, I'm not able to go to college, and that's when my coach asked me if, uy, pwede ka ba mag-aral sa Manila? So may free scholarship daw for athlete. So sabi ko, it's a great chance for me kasi para makapag-college ako. And then through his recommendation also from my UST alumni, who's from Davao also, I got accepted in UST. It was really a tough first year for me because during my first year, I suffered ACL injury and residency. So with God's help naman, I was able to cope up and also to recover and get back on the field.
That's one of the good things about being an athlete, no? Kahit na nagka-injure tayo, we always have to keep going, di ba? Keep striving for that goal. Ito naman, let's go to this is a very good story because this player apparently football was not her first love, and it was not actually a sport. It was ballerina. So Kim, tell us that story.
I started playing football when I was third year high school. Pero hindi talaga ako nagpo-football nun. Like, hindi ko alam kung ano yung football, kung ano bang ginagawa nila, ganon. Kasi lang ako, nung high school ako is more on sayaw lang ako. Like, ballerina nga na, yun lang talaga yung parang pinofocus ko nung high school ako. Tapos, si Coach Rene dito sa amin, niyaya niya ako, nakita niya ako sa Wishing Well Park na nagsi-cellphone. Then, nag-ask siya na, "Uy, Kim, bakit nga hindi mo i-try maglaro ng football? Masaya." And then, hindi ko muna siya in-accept. Umuwi ako, kinuwento ko sa pinsan ko. Sabi ko, may nagyayaya sa akin na isang coach dun sa park na kung gusto ko nga daw maglaro ng football. Then, sinabi niya, bakit hindi mo i-try? Then, sabi ko, ayoko i-try kasi nakakatakot. Like, physically. Tapos, ayoko matamaan ng bola sa mukha. Then, tapos sinabi niya sa akin, try mo lang naman, one day lang naman. And then, the next day, tinry ko nga siya. After tinry ko na nagustuhan ko na siya, na-feel ko na, sobrang saya pala maglaro ng football. I love to run. Gusto ko makipag-abulan sa mga kaibigan ko. Gusto ko magkaroon ng madaming kaibigan. So, yun. Doon nag-start yung pagiging love ko na sa football. Tapos, nakita ako ni Coach Let. Ni-recruit niya ako kasi nakalaban ko sila. Then, hindi ko ina-expect na sobrang laki ng tinulong niya sa akin na ma-in-love ako sa football. Yun.
Actually, the story of Kim is something to look into because she was part of the recent SEA Games as the second goalkeeper. I'll get back to being the goalkeeper later on in the show because you mentioned that nakakatakot ang football, di ba? Mamaya meron akong question sa'yo kasi parang goalkeeper ka tapos tatakot ka pa sa football, di ba? So now the last but not the least, from LaSalle, one of the good school, LaSalle. Ikaw naman, you're from Bacolod, Durs. Her nickname's Durs. You have also a very interesting story. Please tell more.
Okay. When I started football when I was fourth year high school. So, yung sport ko talaga is track and field. And nakilala ko si Chelo Hodges, just watching now. Ni-recruit niya ako sa group nila sa club. So, sabi niya, Dor, try mo kaya mag-football. So, sabi ko, sige, kasi into sports naman ako. So, kahit go lang. So, nung nag-start nun, sabi niya, sige, sama ka sa akin sa training. Nung nag-training kami sa club nila, which is, na-pressure din ako kasi yung mga teammates niya is mga former national din, like sina Anggi Metilio, Irish Nabaha. So, sabi ko, nakaka-tense naman yung grupo nila. Pero, nung nag-training, nag-start namin training, so, alam mo yung feeling na nag-i-enjoy ka, na kasama sila. Parang, may feeling ako na, parang tinutulak ako na, sige, mag-football ka na lang, Dors. Parang ganon. So, nung nag-start na ako football, parang nai-inlove ako sa football. So, after that, before ako mag-college, nag-stop muna ako 1 year. Nag-stop ako 1 year for football. Walang school or walang ginagawa para lang sa football. So, mas lalo ako na-in-love. So, sobra ako ka-in-love sa football. Nag-stop ako 1 year para antayin ko lang yung batchmate ko. sa pagpunta ng Manila. So, nung nirecruit na kami ni Coach Hans, parang sobrang saya ko kasi alam mo yung tinake mo yung opportunity na mag-school ka sa Manila and knowing pa na prestigious school yung Lasal. So, mas nakilala ko sa Manila yung kung anong essence ng football talaga. Ang dami kong natutunan nung nag-Manila ako para maglaro ng football. Yun.
So nag-stop ka ng 1 year para lang maglaro.
Oo.
Nag-stop ka ng academics. Diba?
Graduate na ako high school and then nag-stop ako before
1 year gap
mag-college.
ka. Tapos pumasok ka ng prestigious school ng Lasal, tama?
Yes.
Tapos double degree ang nakuha mo.
Opo.
Talagang challenge mo yung sarili mo, no? So,
Yeah.
I'll continue with you, Durs, no? Ang Lasal back-to-back champions, tama?
Yeah.
And then you were coming into the UAAP season of 82 to defend your title, tama? But then you got injured. You got injured and then na-cancel this UAAP 82. So tell us what was going through your mind and what is your mindset nowadays?
Tumatakbo sa utak ko that time nung nag-PFF. So, before pa mag-UAP, na-injured ako nung PFF. So, super disappointed ako sa self ko kasi alam mo yung nagpe-prepare ka for UAAP. Tapos bigla ka na-injured. And then, yung excited mo sa UAP na biglang pa-down sa self ko na kakabalik ko na na-injured, tapos na-injured na naman ako ulit. Then after that, palapit na yung UAP. Pero yung mindset ko, sige, kailangan ko maging happy for my teammate. Kasi mas excited ako sa mga rookies namin kasi mas marami sila na ma-experience kung ano talaga yung UAP. So since mag-start na sana yung UAP, kasi sa lahat ng teams, 5 teams, kami lang yung Lasal hindi pa nakalaro before makancel yung UAAP. So, that time, excited na kami lahat para maglaro ng UAP, pero na-cancel. Super sad kami kasi alam mo yung effort and sacrifice for training, bigla lang nawala kasi since na-cancel. So, nag-stay positive na lang kami, parang, sige, go lang, train hard pa rin para maging fit, kasi babalik naman yung UAP. Alam naman namin, nagbabalik naman sa normal. So, iniisip namin na to stay safe na lang.
Yeah. So you still communicate naman with your rookies. You
Yes,
help them out and in terms of skills and encouraging them during this time, no?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now let's go to Kim. Ikaw naman, Kim, you're graduating last year ba dapat to play? No, you came from a high. The SEA Games, you played in the SEA Games in December, raring to play again for FEU, and then na-cancel.
Para sa akin is super nakaka-frustrate kasi talaga siya. Kasi sobrang dami kong expectation, lalo na ngayon season 82. Kasi yung mga rookies ko, iniisip ko yung mga rookies ko eh. Kasi sobrang dami nila. Tapos mostly sa first 11 is mga rookies. And then nakikita ko sa kanila na talaga, na lumalaban sila na kunin yung kung ano yung gusto nila na goal. And then, tinanong ko sila na doon time na na-cancel nga po yung UAP. Then, sabi nila na nalulungkot daw sila para sa amin mga senior na gagraduate nga daw po, na hindi namin malalaro ng maganda or matatapos ng maganda yung season namin. Then, sinasabi ko lang na sa nila na okay lang yan. Mas importante, kahit madami tayong expectation, kahit alam natin sa sarili natin na malakas tayo or na makukuha natin yung gusto natin na goal, think positive lang and stay safe lang lagi. Ganun lang. Yun.
So just like Durs, you're also helping your rookies, no? That's a good thing. I'm sure that when you came into to your own schools, yung mga seniors or the veterans of your team were also helping you. Okay, now let's go to the real topic, is being a UAP student and being a player. Nicole, back to you. You finished your degree. Now you're in your master's. You're working and you're playing. Take us through a day in your life.
Well, to put my day into perspective, I guess normally it would start at 5 a.m. as most people who play football or college sports would. 5 a.m. so that you can make it to your 6 a.m. training. And then when training ends between 8 to 9 a.m., I head to work. Between 9 to maybe like 5 p.m., I'm doing work, whether it's my freelance job or the different sort of marketing squads I was able to join to help my career as I studied. And then finally, 5 to 8, I'm in class. And then finally, the favorite part, after class, maybe like 8:30 p.m., I'm at home and like, you cannot bother me after 8:30 p.m. because that is finally when I get to rest.
Oh, so after all this, what are your plans? What are your plans? Are you still going to continue playing football? You want to enter into the, sports industry?
Well, I definitely like after season 82 got canceled, especially. I definitely had a conversation, with myself, deciding whether or not I'm gonna let go of football again. I ultimately decided like I don't want to. I feel like I want to continue improving my game and continue playing. So I'm really hoping to continue playing football, even if it's not for Ateneo anymore. There's different club teams out there who are making their own name in PFF, and hopefully, when sports gets to come back on, I get to see what those opportunities are like. I I never ever since I got back into football, I didn't want to take away finally my opportunity to get back into the game. So that's why I ended up doing, the whole student, athlete, working sort of gig because I really wanted to make it work for like all those passions. And now that, I won't be in Ateneo anymore, like things have gotten lighter, but I still want that football and work life to continue.
Well, thank you very much, Nicole, for giving us a rundown on your UAAP student athlete life. Now for Ike, all right. You mentioned earlier that you were coaching. You're playing football and you had the chance to coach. What are you gonna do after playing? What fueled also your passion to coach?
Okay, so let's start with how I started coaching. Coach Antonio Gonzalez invited me to coach for Aspire Football Academy last year, back in while I was still playing with UAAP season 81. So it started when I got injured, and then he finally told me maybe you should try coaching since you're trying to get back to playing back for the second round that time. And so when I started coaching there, that's when I was able to coach a lot of kids. I started with the beginners class, and yeah, it started from there. And then they gave me a chance to coach for the competitive teams, those teams that compete for the youth football league. And since then, it's been I'm speechless. I'm so happy where I am right now, and so thankful that um, that injury was a blessing in disguise, if I must say. If not for that, I wouldn't have been given the opportunity to coach for Aspire Football Academy. And it's these kids that inspire me to keep going, keep teaching, and getting better. With starting with myself and then sharing it to these young kids.
So is that what you're planning to do after?
So far, yes, this is what I'm planning to do. I'm working with Aspire Football Academy now. I'm their coordinator as well, and handling the social media and coaching these kids. So
Oh, so
far,
we have a future women's coach in the making here, no? It's good. All right, now let's go to MJ. MJ, you were recently in the SEA Games, but not as a player, but more in the sports administration. Take us through what you did during the recent Southeast Asian Games.
During SEA Games, I volunteer for Sambo event. Sambo is a martial arts, which is similar to judo, but it has different ruling, and I was tasked as a liaison for national technical officials or NTO. They are referees from different countries abroad. Basically, ina-escort ko lang sila from the hotel to the venue, and from the venue back to the hotel. Also, during event, I was tasked as a call runner. Call runner, basically yung ginagawa lang nila is to escort the players pag maglalaro na sila. So, we are the ones who call the players, escort them to the playing area, tell them how many minutes for the remaining time for warm up, and then told them if it's their turn to play, and then escort them back to the warm up area. So SEA Games, such a big event for the Philippine. So I was so privileged. I am privileged to be part of it. You know, it was also big experience for me and exposure from knowing na napunta ako for different field, which is sambo, football. So parang bago sa akin. So I gain a lot of learnings, how they manage, how they run their event, also some exposure, paano yung game. And sambo kasi is a new sport introduced in SEA Games. So I was so thankful that I had that opportunity kasi minsan lang may ganun, especially naging host pa tayo, and it was very successful then, SEA Games. So yeah.
Okay. So currently ba your degree is sports and wellness management.
Yes.
Nagamit mo ba dun?
Of course,
Volunteer ka?
and from my experience then in internship sa PFF, and also for my courses, so I got to somehow applied what I learned. Hindi ko masyadong pinasok yung sarili ko kasi I was more exposed in football organization. So medyo nag-observe lang ako doon to learn, to pick up, and yung pwede kong ma-apply sa football, how to run and manage.
So
Okay.
MJ, it sounds like a lot of your tasks para kang nag-training to be an MC or a GC. So ready ka na after this to be a match commissioner or a general coordinator.
Hopefully, more trainings.
Idol mo talaga si Ate Ira Ilan. Shout out mo na rin. She's watching it now. Hi Ira.
Hi, Ira.
Miss ka na namin.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so now, like MJ, thank you so much for volunteering for the SEA Games. I'm sure you experienced a lot. You gained that, and it seems that you work for the PFF as an intern. Is that something that you want to do in the future? And the 5 years is not really coach, not really as a player, but admin.
Yes, after college, I'd really like to pursue my field, which is sports and wellness management. And to share then some heads up to players like me, especially confused pa sila or they don't see clearly what path to take after graduation. In management, as a player kasi, hindi lang options mo is like, they have more options future careers, like, hindi lang sa coaching, if they want to continue playing for the national team or different clubs, they can too. And also, there's also an open opportunity for management, is for event. As a player kasi, somehow naging edge mo yan. Because, you know how it runs, you know the system to work, how it works. Somehow naging edge mo siya, plus na-expose, plus napag-alan mo pa. So, wag lang silang mata anong gagawin nila or career nila after, because they have a lot of options for their career as an athlete, especially they can pursue their field naman they're taking in college. So, yun.
So importante din ang pag-aaral. Tama.
I don't know why I feel like such a proud mom right now. Like I'm here, like jumping out of my seat, clapping.
Di ba? Pwede naman yun, di ba, Belay? Admin? Oh, pwede na tayo.
Top MJ. My job here is done. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Belay. Thanks. Okay. So, kay Durs naman. Durs, you had 7 caps for the national team, senior women's national team. You scored a goal. You silver medalist, and you're champion. You're a champion, no? What is your next goal in terms of, do you still want to be in the women's team? Do you want to play club? How would you like to continue your career? Kasi ang ganda ng career mo eh.
I'm still continue play football if after graduate kasi I have plans naman after graduate. So yung journey ko kasi kaya ako nakapag-college is football. So I want to pursue football also. So after graduate siguro magsali ako sa club or kung ano man na club kung saan ako pwede. And then yun, after graduate kasi I have plans na kahit mag part-time coach muna kasi mag-prepare ako sa self ko kasi I have board exam sa psych. So yun.
Are you planning to use that also in your career? Kasi may sports psychology rin, di ba?
Oo, meron.
Oh, di ba? You change the mindset of our youth athletes, di ba? Our young athletes. O punta naman tayo dun sa last to our Kimberly. Ikaw kanina sinabi mo nakakatakot ang football. You were scared to play football. But you're a goalie. You're a goalkeeper. And talk us through kasi individual, iba ang field player sa goalie in their terms of their training.
Super iba.
Super, di ba? So, take us through to your how you do your training.
Yung bago kasi ako mag-start maging goalkeeper is nag-striker and nag-defender ako. Then kasi before, mas gusto ko mag-goal kaysa mag-save na bola. Like sabi ko nga, natatakot pa ako nun sa bola. Baka matamaan ako sa mukha, ganon. Yun yung lagi ko iniisip. And then, yun nga po, nakita ko ni Coach Let na parang ang lakas nga daw po pala ng loob ko. Bakit hindi ko i-try yung position na yung goalkeeper. So, yung pumasok ako sa FEU, first time ko na maging goalkeeper hanggat nagtuloy-tuloy na, hanggang ngayon. So, yung goalkeeper kasi is like, hindi lang yan, goalkeeper lang. Kasi mostly sinasabi nila is, goalkeeper lang yan, nakatayo lang yan, madali lang naman yan. Pero hindi nila alam kung gaano kahirap maging goalkeeper. Lalo na ikaw nakakakita, ikaw mag-guide sa mga teammates mo. Kasi napapansin ko pag tinatanong nila, anong position mo sa football? Sabihin ko, goalkeeper. And then sasabihin nila, ano ba yan? Nakatayo ka lang naman, hindi naman masaya yun. So for me, parang hindi mo alam kung gaano kahirap yung training namin. Mas gugustuhin mong tumakbo kaysa mag-dive ka na mag-dive, tatakbo, tatayo. Yun. Tapos, syempre, sa pagiging goalkeeper, nandun yung decision making talaga. So,
na-enjoy mo na ngayon ng goalkeeper. You were awarded best goalkeeper.
Yes.
I really love goalkeeping na talaga. Hindi ko na nakikita yung sarili ko na mag-field. Pag nagte-training kami, nagtatry ako mag-field, pero parang mas gusto ko talaga goalkeeper.
Claudia, may saying na usually yung medyo crazy yung goalkeeper kasi imagine mo everyone's jumping away to avoid the ball pero yung goalkeeper tinatapon yung mukha or puts your whole body to stop the ball, no? Yes. Totoo ba yun, Kim?
Like you're taking a bullet for your team.
Pero, yung first na training ko sa pagiging goalkeeper, as in, takot akong itapon yung katawa ko. Hindi ko alam kung paano ko itatapon. Laging laging may pumapasok sa isip ko, shit, kaya ko ba tong gawin? Kaya ko ba mag-dive? Ganon. Then, tulong naman ng mga coaches. Nagawa ko naman ng maayos.
Well done. See, there is room for improvement, and there's room for growth for someone who didn't like to play football, was scared of football, is now a goalkeeper. So there is something to be inspired about. No, Belay, do we have any questions that we want to throw?
Yeah, we have one question from Sir Alan Yatko. Really avid supporter of women's football. No, his granddaughter Aliana is now with UP, I believe, and part of the youth national team. Since the cancellation of the UAAP season 82, is there any option left, especially for those seniors or graduating student athletes? I'm not sure how to respond. Does this mean the scheduling wise this year, or other forms of playing, 1v1 ganon, 2v2 ganon? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the question is. Baka pwedeng i-clarify ni Sir Alan. Pero next na lang.
Sige,
For
next.
everyone. Ano na lang, para maiba yung sa topic to make it more fun. Claro Manzano is asking, who are your football idols? Alive or dead, male or female? Let's go round robin, Claudia.
Sige. Let's start with round robin. Let's start naman with Ike.
Hi. Okay. I think as a midfielder, I can say Griezmann. It's how he reads the game and how he distributes the ball. So, yes,
nice.
That's for international.
International. Nicole?
I'm gonna say Tobin Heath. I've always loved watching wingers, and Tobin Heath by far is my favorite female winger to watch, just because of how fancy her feet is and how she's able to read the game.
Okay. MJ?
Same with Nicole, Tobin Heath also. Not because we're in the same position, like Tobin Heath plays winger. I admire her for not also for skills but attitude side of the field.
Durs?
From USA din, Crystal Dawn, yung defender na maliit. So, na-inspired ako kasi kahit maliit lang siya, ang galing niya mag-defend ng ball.
Yan. And then, Kim?
Ina Palacio.
Yon. Yon. And then, yun. Sige.
Explain ko why Ina Palacio. Kasi hindi ako nanonood ng mga football league talaga. Like yung Barcelona. Hindi ako nanonood. Kasi parang sa akin, pag nanonood ako sa TV, inaantok ako. Mas exciting sa akin manood through live kaysa sa on screen.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. That's it.
Sige nga, to make it more fun, since si Kim lang nagbigay ng local player, how about local idols for the other girls, other women? Go back to Ike.
Yeah, Ike.
I'd say Cristina de los Reyes.
Yeah, no.
Cole?
Because, no, wait.
Okay, sige. Bakit?
Why? Because she was one of the seniors who helped me when I was a freshie. So I'd always look up to her, how she plays.
Helped you what? Since this is Christina, helped you what?
Okay, to be specific, helped me in reading the game and what I'm supposed to do, especially technically and tactically.
Your answer made me, me really miss Tasha, because she would have laughed out loud to hear your answer. Nicole, is it Nicole next?
Yes, correct. Yes.
My favorite local player, I said her name already, Cameron. I don't know if we're picking our seniors or whatnot, but I don't know if I admire her more because we're friends or not, but I don't think anyone can deny she's really made her mark, especially in Aquino, on the football scene. But even more than that, I got a bit of a glimpse into what she's like as a captain, and I've always admired the character that she really gives to the rest of the team through her energy.
Nakikita ko si Durso, sobrang nakakunot yung noo. She's thinking, who am I gonna say? Para hindi ma-offend yung mga seniors. Okay lang yan. Last yung makagawa sa'yo ngayon. Go.
na-inspire din ako sa kanya. Same din kay Nicole, si Camrod Rodriguez. Kasi mas pag naglalaro ako and kalaban ko si Camrod, mas na-challenge ako kasi alam ko na magaling talaga si Camrod. So mas na-challenge ako as a defender kasi siya yung striker kay. So, na-inspire talaga ako sa kanya.
MJ?
Of course, di magpapatalo ang uste.
Ay, Railan?
No. For me, Shella. I don't think she's watching, but Shella, not because she's my teammate, but as a teammate din kasi, I see how she works inside the field, outside the field, and her attitude towards the game. I'm sure everyone knows it naman kasi when when they see how she plays, no, so Shella.
She's watching, by the way. She's watching.
Yeah. But I can tell from their answers na yung generation nila sobrang iba na because my idol has always been Mariel Benitez Havellana, and perfect timing. She's just
watching. Yes.
Yeah, she's watching. Dapat walang nagsabi ng Mariel. I guess generation thing nga to. Her question is, how can you inspire or motivate the incoming or new students to join your team this school year when there's no schedule for UAAP next season? The trainings are done on Zoom and there's uncertainty with scholarships. Nako, feeling ko yung question na yun dapat sa UST, no? Controversial yung UST yesterday about scholarships. Sige nga, MJ, ikaw muna yung sumagot.
I can't directly answer that because that's out of my hands. But
how can you motivate incoming students?
For motivation lang, keep their dreams alive lang. Kasi we know for sure this pandemic would end soon naman eh. So continue training, continue working hard because if they work hard, the opportunity will come to the door, knock on the door. And then when they have that opportunity, they just have to do their best.
Okay, so who should we next?
Shane has a question for Nicole. You and some of the Ateneo players were in a unique position in that you were Ateneo students but able to play with a club team in the women's football, PFF Women's Football League. What are your reflections on that experience? What were your reflections on that experience?
Well, first I want to say a big thanks to Coach Shane for letting us Ateneo players play on his club team, Nomads FC. The arrangement itself, although at first it was very weird for me because I'm really just used to just playing with my own teammates and really just prepping with that team that you're gonna have on that UAAP roster. But what I liked so much about the experience is that I got to meet so many players from his end, mostly promising young players who will eventually go into college and play or are playing in their respective colleges. So it really expanded the sort of skills that I was able to see. And it also honestly gave me a more positive or rather good view on what Philippine football will be in the future because there's a bunch of
yeah. Okay. Bella, I could ask one from for Kim. You mentioned earlier your idol was Ina Palacios, tama? And then coming into the SEA Games, you were second. You're always the second goalie. No? So how was it playing with your idol, Ina? And then how was it like to have to inspire also future goalies to play football?
Yun nga po, di ba? Like sabi mo, kasama ko si Ina Palacia and I'm the second goalkeeper nga po. Siyempre, nandun yung pressure ko. Kasama Ina Palacia yung pinag-uusapan. Alam naman natin na si Ina is magaling and number one goalkeeper sa women's team. Pero doon sa part na yun na hindi ako nagpapa-apekto sa pressure ko or ang tawag dito? Speechless ako.
Baka ma-pressure.
Nanonood si Ina, ha?
Oh.
No, ay na hindi ako magpapa-pressure sa kanya. I need to improve more. Like, tinutulungan niya din naman ako mag-improve kasi nakikita niya na alam ko sa sarili ko na mas maipapakita ko pa kung ano yung kaya ko pang gawin na kaya ko pang tapatan. Gusto ko tapatan si Ina Palacio. So, yon siguro just keep doing lang don't if you fall stand up, 'di ba? Huwag kang magpapa-apekto sa pressure mo or sa takot mo na hindi mo magagawa na kung ano yung meron sa isang tao or yung idol mo. Yun.
You know what I really like about what you're telling us, Kim, is that yung nagagawa mo is Ina is your idol, and at the same time, she's also your competition.
Yes.
So parang you're showing us and everyone that's listening that you can look up to someone, yet you use that as a measure to always keep improving yourself, and that's not that's not very common.
Yes.
So I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm so grateful that you have that mindset, because as we were discussing the other day, it's not the easiest job to be the second goalkeeper, because the second goalkeeper is always prepared, but it is a very rare opportunity that after warming up, you will get to actually be on the field, diba? So it's a mind game all the time. You have to be mentally strong and prepared. So thank you for that. Claudia?
Okay, so do we ask more questions? I guess there's one question here. Most memorable experience in the UAAP. We'll go one round, short answers.
Kailangan yung first.
The first thing, back. Most memorable.
Doors, go.
Yes, tama. Doors. I was gonna choose Doors. Memorable.
Siguro nung third year ko, yung first champion ng Lasal. Kasi against UST. So, yun yung pinaka-memorable kasi I have a lot of seniors na mag-graduate. So, ang saya nung na-offer namin sa kanila yung sweet exit nila sa Lasal. So, yun yung pinaka-memorable sa akin, yung first champion sa Lasal.
First. Ike, most memorable experience in UAP.
Season 80, if I'm not mistaken. That's the first season that I was able to start Philippine. And I think it's that year that I had the most playing time.
Nice. Nicole?
For me, it was actually season 81. I scored my first goal in race. For a defender, that's like a big deal since I was, usually at the back, and I got to make an impact in the front for once.
Nice.
Against who? Scored against who? Who'd you score against?
Sorry.
I'm just interested to know.
MJ.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Yes.
Mine was season 79. Ang galing kami from bottom, and then season 79 nag-championship kami. Against Lasal yun.
Okay.
Against kanina?
Lasal.
Doors. Nag-thumbs up si Doors, eh? Kim.
Tandaan niya na. Guys, sorry, meron lang akong clarification or Aliana Yatkos with UST. I'm so sorry. Not UP.
Okay.
I think what happens is I always see her grandparents in UP when there's a game. And for some reason, I associated her with UP. I'm not sure.
But she plays for UST.
But Ike was nodding earlier, so I don't know why.
Number one supporters yan.
Ayan, okay. Ikaw, Kim, your most memorable experience in the UAP?
In 81, last season, yung nakapasok kami through finals with the
Mas kalaban mo?
Lasal. The Doors.
Repeat nga eh, Lasal.
I just wanna show that nag-repeat ang Lasal. Okay, so
Wait, I have one more question before we go to the final words of everyone.
Correct, yeah.
Pang final words na naman yung question, although siya yung one of the first people na nag-send in ng question.
okay.
Ike, from your coach slash mentor, if there's one lesson that you learned from your experiences as an athlete and wish to impart to the next generation of players, what would it be? Pang Miss Universe.
Thank you for that question. Parang ganun. Thank you. I think it's that in every situation, you always have something to gain. So whether it's you feel like you're going through a cave or something, or like parang you're going through hardships, it's always, you have to have that mindset that whatever it takes, you'll go through everything and you'll always gain something from it. So I always tell myself it's always how I take it, because at the end of the day, it's part of my it's part of my character building. So I think that's the most that I've learned, especially in college.
Thank you, Philippines.
Thank you.
Next, Belay.
Final words?
Yeah, final words. Now we're entering into our wow, it was fast. An hour is almost done. We're entering to our last words for each of you ladies, senior ladies, played a lot. You have a lot of experience in the UAAP. You guys are students as well. So parting words for those that want to play football, play sports, and be a student. What are your advice? What is your advice? What could you recommend for them? So si Kim, nagsasmile, pero mamaya ka na, Kim. We'll go to doors.
Okay, my advice to them, yung sa mga football players, don't stop chasing your dreams. So if you have a chance to be recruited by a prestigious school, take that opportunity. Be determined and stay positive. Yun. Kasi you're doing this for your future and also your family. Use your gift or talents to share sa other people para meron ka ma-learn sa kanila and meron ka din ma-learn. Meron din sila ma-learn from you. Yan lang.
Ikaw naman, MJ, you came like parting words mo, especially coming from Davao. Anong you like for people that are in the provinces? Anong parting words or recommendations or advice?
For aspiring athletes from provinces, they just have to ako kasi I was also like them. I came from province, so they just have to continue working hard kasi like me, galing din akong province, I don't have any idea na may mga ganito palang opportunities. So they will continue working hard then and then just do their best, very 100% best at everything they do. Kasi andyan ka na, ba't di mo pagalingan? And when they have that opportunity naman, never take it for granted. Kasi madaming aspiring athletes na gusto makakuha kung anong meron privileges kami ngayon. And not all are luckily na nabibigyan. So, ikaw yung pinakalaki na napili dyan. So, don't take it for granted. Always give 100% of it. Just forget yourself and fly,
Gusto yung sinabi niya, Belay, nandiyan ka na, galingan mo na. Di ba? Nandiyan ka na nga, galingan mo na. Ikaw, Kim, parting words.
If you really enjoy your sports or love, always choose to do it. Kasi meron dyan isang pinto na pagbubuksan ka lang. Kasi always think, push yourself and keep doing lang. Tapos, if nafe-feel mo na hindi mo nakukuha or napapagod ka na, susuko ka na, pahinga ka, tapos tayo ka ulit, di ba? Kasi there's a lot of difficulties and you need to give more effort to your sports naman. So dadating din yung time mo para sa'yo. So yun.
Ike?
I think it's that you always have to keep in mind, it's always how you take things. So if you're very positive about what you're going through, you'll learn a lot from it. And the same as Doors, don't stop dreaming, don't stop reaching for your dream.
Correct. Nicole?
In line with everyone else, I think my advice is really just keep it simple in a sense. whenever you're having a hard time or you're having doubts, just ask yourself the simple question: do you still love football, and does it make you happy? And if it's a both yes, then just do whatever you got to do to make it.
Wonderful. Beautiful words from advice from all these, from the 5 women here, you know. Andiyan ka na, galingan mo na, di ba? Ask yourself if you still love football, keep playing, you know. Adversity, you know, even though you're the second goalkeeper, keep going. Even their idol is your competitor, use that as your benchmark. You know, if you find football not playing but going to admin and the sports management stuff, that's what you take. You get injured like Durs, keep going. You help your rookies. You know, you as a veteran, you help your rookies. For Coach Ike, what she said, you know, as a coach, there's a lot of avenues that a player can do. They could go from management to a coach to a player. All these wonderful women have given us that advice, and it's always about how to grow the game, how we should improve. And thank you very much, ladies, for this panel, for joining us today. You know, hope to see you guys on the field soon, and we're praying that everything will be positive in the next future soon. And thank you again, Belay.
So yeah, thank you again to everyone for your time and all your sharing all your experiences with us on this panel today. And especially I would like to thank Claudia. I was going to read your name, Justine Claudia Perrine.
Change it.
For joining me today in place of Natasha, who is reopening her stall in SM South Mall. In case you're from the South, Banh Mi Kitchen, please try out Natasha's yummy banh mis and her Vietnamese coffee. But thank you for joining us, and I hope you learned from the UAAP or college experience in Philippine women's football and what comes after. We would also like to remind everyone that our fundraising is ongoing to help the family of Bea Luna with her hospital bills. You can still message me for her memorial jersey. I'm already on the second batch of cut-offs, so I'm gonna do another third batch, and that's when when it will be delivered. So for more details, please send me a message. My number is at the bottom of the screen and is on the page of Pinay Football. Woo! Nawalan ako ng hininga doon. So yes, please continue to support. Just send me a message. If I don't reply right away, it's because I'm waiting for all of the messages to come in together so I can input it all together and I don't forget. That's my process. So thank you for that. And next week, hopefully you can join us in #GrowHerGame, Filipinas Football Forum's at-home series for our 8th, I didn't even know this, our 8th session with a former physiotherapist and trainer of the Philippine national women's team, Sai Samson, and she will apart from her interview, she will be giving us a few workout tips for you can do at home. So please join us and wear your workout clothes. Until then, stay safe and stay at home if you can, for the most part. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you, guys.
Thank
See you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.